Hi everyone, I'm Amanda, and I help lead platform partnerships at Miro. Did you hear what Varun shared earlier today during the keynote? That enterprise customers use up to 280 different tools. Can you imagine what that means for distributed teams? Well, this is where Miro comes in. Today, we're going to talk about new dynamic ways to bring all kinds of content right to your Miro board. In a knowledge-driven economy, users need to find and access the information and insights that are critical to their work. This is especially challenging when the content they need is spread across the many tools they're using every day. This is what we call digital silos. When teams operate in silos, it breaks trust and creates misalignment. Often, work ends up being duplicated across teams, leading to work waste and lack of efficiency. As a partner manager, I regularly need to share urgent requests from partners and updates with folks in our product, design, engineering, and marketing teams. This usually means sharing the same information in the different tools each team uses as its own source of truth. But what happens when I miss an update in one of the tools? Today, we're going to explore the full potential of Miro as a shared team workspace to converge and solve big problems together. This is made possible through integrations with all of your team's favorite tools, including Tableau, Confluence, user testing, Coda, Typeform, and more. Get ready to see how the whole team can use a single Miro board to share every type of content, ensure it's always up to date, and drive even deeper collaboration. Before we jump in, I'd love to introduce you to a few of our users: Ashley, Nico, Haruki, and Sophia. In a few moments, you'll be able to follow along as each of these individuals use our new experience to solve their challenges. Swarna, take it away.
Thank you, Amanda. Hi everyone, I'm Swarna and I lead Miro's developer products. Being data-driven is the biggest catchphrase we hear all the time. But what do we mean by that? Data helps us make decisions, helps prioritize what's next, and helps us learn and reflect. But data shouldn't be something that sits in the hands of the analyst alone. Access to data needs to be democratized. With our latest integrations with leading business intelligence tools such as Looker, Tableau, Grafana, and Amplitude, you can now bring dynamic and live data right to your Miro boards. Building dashboards that bridge input from multiple sources, be it spreadsheets, surveys, charts, or dashboards, is as easy as pasting a link. Teams can now come together on Miro and connect different data points quickly and move from numbers to insights that fuel decisions and outcomes. Let's take a look at this with an example. So let's imagine a day in the life of Ashley, a product manager. She's always trying to keep up to date with all the metrics and insights related to her product. She reaches out to her data analyst on a frequent basis to update the dashboards with metrics important to her. But here's how Miro makes it easier to work with data. Ashley recently has released a new product into the market and wants to understand how the product is being received. She goes to Looker, pastes the link onto the Miro board, and the dashboard gets embedded. She can select only the charts she needs right from the Miro board without switching tabs. Now, she has a live dashboard that brings together her most important charts, showing real-time how the metrics are trending. These can be updated all at once right on the board. Today, she notices a sudden drop in daily users. She quickly highlights this on the chart and jumps into a brainstorm with her team. The team tries to understand why that metric is dropping. They come up with a possible hypothesis. Is there something broken in the user experience? A team member quickly adds another chart with a more detailed breakdown. With all the data in one single space, they quickly connect the dots and make a plan of action. Over to you, Amanda.
It's great to see how Miro can help product managers. But what about developers? Grafana is a tool often used by developers to make sense of massive amounts of data and to monitor app performance. With Grafana, anyone can create and share dynamic dashboards to foster collaboration and transparency, things we are equally passionate about at Miro. So what happens when you combine the power of Grafana with Miro's infinite canvas? Let's ask Nico, an engineer at Mori. Nico recently received a notification about a product outage from his team lead. Since this is the second outage this week, Nico and his team immediately jump onto a call to investigate the issue. They start with a Miro board, bringing in multiple charts from Grafana to brainstorm the potential causes. Nico points out that the site traffic has spiked to unprecedented levels after a recently changed feature. His team agrees that the outages seem related to this release. Now that they've identified the likely issue, they drop a task onto the board to add a service ticket to their backlog to resolve the issue. Nico's team drops another task to write a full report about the issue on Confluence. They were able to find a resolution to the outage and create documentation to avoid another, all without leaving their Miro board. Just like Nico and Ashley, other Miro users can build their own live and cross-functional dashboards by bringing together their building blocks, or charts, from different business intelligence tools. Miro allows you to connect charts coming from different sources to highlight similarities or spot irregularities and derive insight from it. Extract and paste only what is relevant for you. You can choose the entire dashboard or specific panels, all in an effortless experience. It's just as easy as taking screenshots. No more time wasted updating data on a board or needing to recreate work. And no need to switch tabs and lose context. All data is visually connected right there on the board. With the click of a button, refresh, you can share the latest insights with your team. Content always remains up to date and in sync with its original source of truth.
How many of you have added a YouTube video onto a Miro board recently? If you have, you would have seen how simple it is to paste a YouTube link and watch it magically unfurl into an embedded video. Our users loved this feature, but we were curious. How could we delight them even more? From product teams using Miro to build the next big thing, to teachers delivering engaging courses, videos are one of the most powerful means of conveying messages. YouTube is one of the fastest growing sources of product reviews. In the past 2 years, videos with review in the title had more than 50,000 years of watch time. This offers great insights for product, research, and design teams. I'd like you to meet Sophia, a UX researcher. And here is an example of how Miro makes Sophia's life easier. Sophia is keen to understand what users are saying about their newly launched product feature. She goes to YouTube and grabs all the relevant videos. She pastes a link on her Miro board and the video is now embedded. With our newly launched feature, she selects only the most relevant parts of the video and saves them as snippets. But there's more. She can add notes for herself and her colleagues. She now has on her board all her video snippets with her notes added right next to them. Sophia thinks she still needs to spend hours reading through all her notes and grouping them. We've all been there, but don't you worry, Sophia, we've got you covered. Just go ahead and select a few stickers or maybe all of them. Use a clustering feature powered by Miro's machine learning algorithms. With a simple click, the stickers are now grouped into meaningful and actionable patterns. Often, as a researcher, Sophia spends hours editing videos in order to present the key insights to her product teams. Now, she can extract the most value out of her videos and capture key insights on the go. With Miro, you don't simply import a YouTube video. We give more power to UX researchers like Sophia and her colleagues. So we've solved that problem for UX researchers. But what's next? Let's talk about the integration with Confluence. Confluence is your remote-friendly team workspace where knowledge and collaboration meet. Everybody consumes content differently. Some of us prefer visual, while some prefer structured long copy. Miro is here to accommodate all of us. Our integration allows users to seamlessly share linear, structured content from Confluence with Miro's infinite visual canvas. Here is an example to see this live in action. Haruki, a human resource manager, is working with his team on updating the processes in the company. These live on various pages on their internal Confluence wiki. Haruki drops the relevant document onto the Miro board. With a one-step authorization, Haruki and his team are now able to preview the page. A meaningless link transforms into a useful visual frame of reference. The team brainstorms on Miro about how the process could be improved. As a follow-up, they work on documenting the process. Without having to leave Miro, Haruki simply opens the Confluence doc and starts to edit it. Having the context of the brainstorm right next to them helps them articulate and document their points much better. Thus, there is a seamless transition from brainstorming to structured documentation. This doc is now shared with other teams for feedback. A few days later, the team comes together again to incorporate all the feedback into the process. A team member points out that they're not working on the latest version of the Confluence page. The timestamp at the bottom shows it was updated 2 weeks ago. So Haruki quickly presses the refresh button, and within seconds, this page is updated and synced. With a click of a button, Haruki can extract the comments on the Confluence page into Miro. Haruki and the team quickly review and incorporate the feedback into the new process flow and update the document. One of the feedback talks about how employees want to learn more about related processes. As the wealth of information continues to grow, information hierarchy is very difficult to manage and maintain. Haruki can, in a click of a button, view a sitemap of where the page lives within a Confluence workspace. This visualization helps the team understand exactly where their work fits into the larger context. Having a one-stop shop helps them create a visual and engaging shared workspace where all the relevant content is referenced. Users can easily switch between visual and structured representations of content without having to leave the tools of their choice. With Miro, you don't simply import private and public conference docs onto a board. We offer more power to Haruki and other such collaborators.
So let's sum up what we've learned. First, with Miro as your team hub, content is always up to date. Second, your board becomes the base of all knowledge, a one-stop shop for everything you need to know. And finally, you can bring every kind of content to the board, from docs, dashboards, surveys, videos, 3D, and more. And this is just the beginning. Soon, more integrations will become available, including Amplitude, user testing, Typeform, and Coda. And we're not stopping there. These new integrations and others to come are powered by Miro's developer platform, which means any app developer can now build similar experiences. So thank you for tuning in. If there's a tool that you'd like to see added to this experience, please drop a comment in the chat. We hope you're just as excited as we are about taking your shared space to the next level.